Hello subscribers and Twitter followers, welcome to my brand new show, WWE This Week, where I look back at all the big news from this past week, plus I give you extra news that I know about and some of you may not know about here in the universe of WWE. Remember, I am Tom Beaumont, part of Lackham's Cast. I am Tom B444, or for Twitter people, I am at Tom Beaumont7. Anyway, what I'm going to tell you what's coming up. It's started filming, yes, Total Divas started filming. I'll tell you what the rumours are for Total Divas and if one of the new NXT girls may be coming in NXT. What do you think about that? Well, I'll tell you about that. Big news on the main match booked for the WWE Network special next month. Special this month at Madison Square Gardens. Big news on the Divas front, Divas Revolution, some Sasha Banks stuff, and big news on how TakeOver Brooklyn worked, and much more. But okay, let's kick off. Right, so let's kick off with the first bit of news, and that happened on Monday. For people who did hear about this, yes, there was a shooting at the WWE Developmental Center. Now, police were called out because there was guns fired outside the WWE Developmental Center. When they got there was a man, and the sheriff as well, sheriff of the Orlando Sheriff's Department, did know this suspect, and his suspect has been there before and has been caught twice. Now, this is his third time appearing. His second time he appeared, the courts put a restraining order on him. So really, he should not have been on the property of WWE. Well, he then tried to charge at a deputy, and a deputy shot him. We know the man is okay, he's in hospital, and he's in potential wounds. Anyway, the other kind of big news about this, though, is some WWE people think the person he was after is ex-WWE Divas champion AJ Lee, who is no longer at the company and is probably living in Chicago, I think, anyway. But yeah, that is kind of the big update. People think he was after AJ Lee, so he may have been a stalker of AJ Lee. None of the new stars that are training there at the moment. Anyway, in other kind of big news, we all know Jimmy Superfly Snuka has been arrested, if you remember. He's been arrested for the murder of his girlfriend in 1983. Now, we do know a bit more about this story. Basically, in 1983, after his television taping, he went back to check on his girlfriend in the hotel room. All we know is this is going to get a bit sickly now. Yellow stuff was coming out of her mouth. There was punch marks, bleeding, everything. Then, basically, next day, woke up and she was not breathing. Called the ambulance, blah, blah. Next minute, she was pronounced dead at the hospital. Now, we do know the police and all that were brought in. The other weird thing about this occurrence, before the police reopened the case, the family of the dead person wanted the case reopened, and basically they found evidence to find that he did murder this woman. But one thing that could come back to bite WWE is in the interviews, original interviews, he of course had Vince McMahon Sr. instead of a lawyer representing him. I mean, Vince McMahon Jr., who is now Vince McMahon. Basically, he was carrying his usual briefcase. And back in the days when WWE was using territorial terms, like Midwest, the Mid-South, all that, basically he would bring a briefcase to just talk terms. People think there was rumours now that he may have bribed the investigators to try and put a sheet under this case so it doesn't come back to haunt anyone. It looks like if he did, and it may not have worked. Anyway, if it does come to light that the detectives of the new case find out that Vince was there, they may talk to Vince, and if it finds out that he, in the case, bribed the detectives in the original case, it could be all bad news for WWE, and we do not want that as WWE Universe fans. Let's hope Vince did not do anything stupid back in 1983. And if you want to know, he is now being took down from WWE.com. If you go into the Hall of Fame list, he's not there. WWE will have no mentions on it. He's not even on the WWE Network. We do know, if you search for Snuka on WWE.com, it'll come up with Tamina. And we do know now It was Tuesday when the recordings for the main event at SmackDown were going on. They were calling her just Tamina. So basically, they kind of, just for proportions, when he was in questioning, before he was arrested anyway, because he was arrested Wednesday, Tuesday, she was just called Tamina, and now she is for permanent time, while this case is still going on. She's just going to be called Tamina. We do know it's going to go to court, and just hope Vince doesn't have to get called to the box about bribing. The other big news this week, of course, came from Seth Rollins. Not Seth Rollins, but his girlfriend. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce her name, but yes, his infamous girlfriend, who you remember earlier this year tweeted naked photos of him, came on WWE.com after doing a segment or match at Raw. Came up, Triple H came up to him and said, take those photos down or there will be consequences. Then WWE Universe people, I don't know if anyone watching this did find them, but there was pictures found of having a My Little Pony dressed up as Hitler, and she had pictures of the Nazi cross. I don't like to call it its name because I find that offensive anyway. And even more bad news, she was caught swearing at WWE TakeOver Brooklyn just before the Sasha Banks Bayley match. She was caught swearing, and well, we do know one thing, that swearing was not that good, and it's just not right in WWE for someone to be caught putting the middle finger up. Plus, this was kind of made as a family show anyway. So that's kind of all the big news. We don't even know if Seth has complained to Triple H or anything. We don't even know if anything's going to come back and haunt Seth Rollins. But it does not look good knowing his girlfriend's been fired and he's lucky on Raw. The fans did not say anything. I don't know if this coming week's Raw they'll say anything, or if he appears on SmackDown next week they'll say anything. Okay, on to some more kind of news. The most pointless thing did happen this week on Raw. Any fan of Divas was complaining about this. A lot of Diva fans were complaining about this. Basically, it was the Divas Beat the Clock challenge. Between Charlotte, Paige, and of course, Becky. Now, everyone was complaining this match shouldn't happen, and it should be Sasha. It should. Sasha made, boom boom, a tap out. Made Nikki Bella tap out. I think it was 2 or 1 week before SummerSlam. But anyway, Stephanie McMahon made this big thing saying the winner of the team match would go on to get their shot at that WWE title. Basically, kind of a rumour according to Sasha Banks was what Sasha, as you know, hit her head real bad in that match at NXT Brooklyn. What I found out from a source is that she, as well and the 2 other members of Team Bad, were given a choice because they were scared that head injury could get worse. They were trying to say to her, we can cancel it and we can have it on Monday Night Raw. I don't know if it would have changed anything if that match happened on Monday Night Raw. And what would have happened this past week on Raw, we may have had Team Bad facing the Beat Clock, because it looked like WWE were going to keep this Beat Clock, whichever team worked. But Sasha's team could have been having this SummerSlam team match, could have happened on Raw because of that bad injury. Doctors said you shouldn't fight. Anyway, she still fighted. So they lost the match, and Team Bella lost the match. They won, and they were given this Beat the Clock challenge this past week. No one liked it. Going on to even more things, this past Thursday on SmackDown, or when it was called Tuesday, Charlotte made a message to D40 and has made a petition. I don't know if it's an online petition or anything, but that petition is to see if she could get a title match coming this Monday night on Raw. Anyway, for you Sasha Banks fans like me, I was discussing with her, and someone called Ryan, if you're watching this, you made this hashtag give Sasha a title shot. Now, I tweeted that to Triple H and Stephanie, plus I Facebook messaged them, and I did get a private message today from Stephanie McMahon saying thanks to all you Sasha Banks and WWE fans for demanding this, ones that have. We have heard, and we do know, we have looked back at the footage. I don't know why they have to look back at the footage. It was clear to see that Sasha Banks made Nikki tap out first. This coming Monday on Raw, there will be a decision made. We don't know if it's a decision to give it Charlotte the match, or there may be a triple threat at Night Champions. Come on, better. Anyway, there was another rumour going around that even if Sasha doesn't get her title match, there may be her and Becky at Night of Champions fighting for the number one contendership to see who would go on to Hell in a Cell, the pay-per-view in November. If that's going to happen, God knows what that's going to be like. But anyway, if Sasha gets into this match at Night of Champions, it becomes a triple threat. Even if there is a match like that Night of Champions, then there'd probably be a fatal four-way between Tamina, Naomi, Becky and Paige. But we don't know what's going to happen, but I do sense a number one contenders match happening at Night of Champions. I can just sense it. Anything else big in Sasha Banks? Yeah. There is a rumour going around that Sasha wants to be part of the BS of a Make-A-Wish Foundation program that John Cena does. After what she done at Samsung, remember she went to that baseball game. Rumour is she wants to be part of it. I don't know. WWE haven't confirmed anything. Neither has Make-A-Wish, but it could happen. Kind of other big things. WWE, if you do remember, was saying that SmackDown may be moving to Sci-Fi. Yes, the contract with NBC Universal Sci-Fi Channel is going down, is going to end either this year or the start of next year. Now, it would go to USA, and USA have announced they would bring it to where it is recorded Tuesday night, so it come Tuesday night, man, and it may go live. Now, I do want to hear your reaction to this. Would you like SmackDown to go live like Raw? Would it be good or would it be bad? Please remember to give that any reactions I ask to at Tom Beaumont 7. Now, there's two more big things. If you're probably not many people did know about this. Last Monday was King Barrett's last appearance on Raw. Yes, that is correct. His last appearance on Raw. Now, there is rumours that this won't be the last time British fans will be seeing it, as he may book himself to be part of PCW, Preston City Wrestling, or NGW. And another rumour going around, he may appear on the Raw and SmackDown recordings in the UK, or even the NXT TakeOver special in London in December. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, but that is where King Barrett is. Other kind of big news is Total Divas has started recording this past week, and the rumour is that there may be replacement for Rosa Mendes. Rosa Mendes, this is only a rumour, may not return, and her replacement may be either Becky, Charlotte, or Sasha. Now, I do want to hear reactions to that, so come on, which one would you like to see of the new NXT Divas to appear on Total Divas, and would they suit Total Divas? And finally, in these other two news, if you didn't know, Rey Mysterio may be returning to WWE, as well as Alberto Del Rio may be returning, and they may be returning as a tag team. Yes, Mexico's been doing alright for them, but they're not getting the enough matches they've said that they thought they would get in any other companies that they've been on. So they may be returning as a tag team. This is still a rumour, but we could see them back. And two other kind of big stories coming through. Oh yeah, one thing as well is I'm part of a thing called UK Wrestlers Fans. It's a really hard group to get into anyway, but they do secret post tweets, and they did reveal with the UK fans the all-time top 5 divas, and guess what? Sasha Banks, from a lot of these UK fans have made Sasha Banks, yes, the number 2 all-time greatest diva in WWE history. I know some fans would like that. She's number 2, and guess what? The weird thing is number 1 is quite new. What's new anyway is the is Medusa, or her other name, the woman that got into the Hall of Fame this year. Number 3 fans say would be Charlotte. Number 4 would be Trish Stratus, and number 5, Lita. Now, this was only a little independent one with some British fans, but it's still quite big to find that Sasha has been voted the number 2 greatest diva of all time, and she hasn't even been doing much in WWE. She started around late 2012, and boom, she has moved real up in WWE. That's just for your Sasha Banks fans. And finally, the NXT special, the WWE Network special, that is coming from Madison Square Garden. I don't know when. I think it's the end of this month or next month. One match has been announced, and it's going to be a rematch rivalry from back in late 2002, early 2003. Brock Lesnar will take on Big Show. It sounds like it's going to be a real good match, as well as the rumour is Triple H and Seth may be facing each other soon in the future. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen. Please message me about that. What you think about Sasha Banks being the number 2, rated by British fans, the number 2 all-time greatest diva. The other thing about what do you think Steph's announcement on Raw is going to be about this Diva's title thing, and what do you think if Steph even makes this announcement, and do you think Sting if Sting does walk out on the title or cashes in his rematch? Will it be inside the Hell in a Cell in October? Thank you for watching the first of This Week in WWE. Please remember to like and subscribe, and Twitter fans, please remember to follow me at Tom Beaumont7, and if you want to give me a private message, I am Tom Beaumont on Facebook. And please remember, for all you WWE fans, to help the kid that got into the Hall of Fame, Connor, please remember to make your profiles gold and support Connor. Thank you for everyone watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.